All right, let's talk about something we all think about. How to get rich, but without just working yourself to the bone. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not. It's about a total shift in thinking, from working harder to working smarter. It's about building a real system for your financial freedom. And it all kicks off with one big, important question. So here it is. Why doesn't hard work by itself make you rich? I mean, we're all told from day one, put in the hours, get the reward. But when it comes to actually building real wealth, you've probably noticed that formula doesn't always add up.
Okay, so this really boils down to two different paths you can walk down. On one side, you've got what's called linear income. This is probably familiar. You trade your time for money. Simple, right? But your time is limited. On the other side, you have exponential income. This is where your assets, the stuff you own, start working for you, and their potential is, well, pretty much unlimited. Getting this difference is the absolute first step to changing the game.
So let's dig into that first path, because it's where most of us start. We're calling this the time for money trap. And we're about to see exactly why your salary has a built-in ceiling. Think about it. Most jobs are a simple trade, right? You give them your hours, they give you a paycheck. But here's the catch. There are only 24 hours in a day. You can't make more time. So no matter how much you make per hour, you're always going to hit a wall, a cap on what you can earn. It's a ceiling that's just built into the system. So the real question is, how do you smash through that ceiling? And the answer? The key to all of this is a concept called leverage. This is the tool that doesn't just chip away at that ceiling, it completely shatters it. Okay, leverage, it sounds like a fancy business term, but it's actually super simple. It's just using tools to get way bigger results from the same amount of effort. You know, it's the difference between trying to dig a foundation with a shovel versus using a massive excavator. You're still working, but the tool changes everything. And for building wealth, leverage is your excavator. This quote just nails it. The difference between the rich and the poor isn't effort, it's the use of leverage. Let that sink in for a second. This is the mindset shift we're talking about. It's not about grinding for more hours. It's about finding better tools to make the hours you do work count for 10 times, 100 times more. Okay, so what are these magical tools? Where do you find them? Well, that's what we're jumping into next. We're going to break down your 5 essential leverage tools. Think of this as your personal toolkit for building real wealth. And here they are, the big 5: money, skills, technology, systems, and people. The best way to think about them is like gears in a machine. You need all of them working together, meshing perfectly to get that machine really humming. First up, and maybe the most obvious, is money itself. But it's not just about having it, it's about putting it to work. We're talking about reinvesting what you earn so your money starts making baby money all on its own. That's compounding. It's literally like hiring an employee that never sleeps, never takes a vacation, and just works for you 24/7. Tool number 2 is skills. And look, we're not talking about just any skill. We're talking about rare, high-value skills that companies will pay big bucks for. The source material really hones in on marketing, calling it a universal skill. Why? Because it's a skill that directly brings in the cash. If you can make it rain for a business, you have incredible leverage. Third on our list is technology. This one is just mind-blowing when you think about it. The internet, software, they allow one person sitting in one room to create something, a video, a course, a piece of code, and instantly share it with millions. You do the work once, and it can pay you back 1,000,000 times over. That's leverage on an insane scale. All right, tool number 4 is systems. This is the secret to true freedom. It's about building processes that run on their own, like clockwork. So your business makes money whether you're at your desk or on a beach. This is how you actually, finally, break the link between your time and your income. And last but definitely not least, people. The I can do it all myself mentality is a trap. You can't. By delegating, you free yourself up to focus only on the stuff that really moves the needle. You let other people's time and talent multiply your own. It's a total game changer for your productivity. Okay, so we've got our toolkit, we know the 5 forms of leverage, but now what? How do you actually use them? Well, that's where this next part comes in. We've got a roadmap for you, the 5-step wealth cycle. This is the practical, step-by-step plan. So this is basically a repeating cycle that gets bigger every time. Step 1, you've got to create some cash. Build what they call a cash machine, maybe a side business. Step 2, and this is crucial, you take the profits and you reinvest them right back into the machine to make it stronger. You're not buying a fancy car yet. Step 3, you keep doing this until you hit abundance. The machine is spitting out more cash than it needs to run. Step 4, you take that extra cash and you secure it in stable long-term assets. Think real estate. And finally, step 5, you get smart about taxes, legally of course, to protect what you've built. And then you just start the loop all over again from a much, much stronger position. All right, last section, and honestly, this might be the most important part of this whole thing. It's the mindset you have to see this through. We're talking about the snowball effect. Here's the thing you have to burn into your brain. Building wealth is not a straight line up. It's an exponential curve. And what that means is, in the beginning, it's gonna feel painfully slow, like you're putting in all this work for nothing. But if you stick with it, if you keep reinvesting, that curve will start to sweep upwards. And eventually, it builds this incredible, almost unstoppable momentum. I mean, just look at this chart. It says it all. After year 1, the results are tiny, barely anything. This is what they call the valley of disappointment. It's so easy to look at that and just quit. But fast forward to year 5, whoa, the growth is explosive. That giant leap, that's the snowball in action. That's your reward for pushing through when it felt like nothing was happening. So there you have it. You've got the tools, you've got the roadmap, the whole playbook is right in front of you. The only piece missing is starting. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What is the very first small step you're going to take to get your own snowball rolling down the hill?